The speaker beeper. Its purpose is to accurately and quickly check each device in a loudspeaker by sending a 1K tone to each component. In addition, you can check your cables and your speaker coverage with the speaker beeper. Have you ever gotten to a gig and realized that you had a bad speaker component? Well, that's the reason why the speaker beeper was created. When you're loading up the truck to get to the gig, you can use the speaker beeper to test each device quickly and easily, on the way to the truck, on the way to the gig. So we're loading the truck ready for the gig. Let's check the speakers before they go out. We can use the internal speaker on the device to confirm that components are working, even with the dollies and the covers on. Speaker checks out okay, we move on to the next one. Right there we find out that we've got a bad low frequency device. We can take care of that in the shop, swap the speaker out or replace it before we even get to the gig. Each speaker beeper conveniently has an NL8 and an NL4 connection, as well as the cable remote. You can use it for two-way, three-way, four-way loudspeaker systems, passive boxes, or subwoofers. Right now we're going to use the NL4 connector to check a speaker monitor. And if that box was in a passive mode, as a passive speaker, you can still confirm that that one bandpass is still working. Once you're at the gig and the PA is deployed, you can use the speaker beeper to test the components of each device as well as your cables at the gig. So the PA is ready to be flown, and we're going to check the components just one more time here to make sure that they're working. The speaker beeper sends the auto sequence 1K tone to all four bandpasses, to low frequency, mid, and high. Once we confirm that they're all working, we can go ahead and plug in the amp rack and get ready to go. Looks like we've got a bad high frequency on this. If you notice the LEDs rolling through, channels 1, 2, and 3. Channel 4, no tone. That's our high frequency. We don't know if it's the crossover, an amplifier, a component, but each speaker beeper ships with the cable remote. All we do is connect the cable remote to the other end of that cable, and the LEDs will tell us if we have any connections. We've got 1, 2, and 3, but no number 4. So now we know it's a bad cable before the PA ever goes up in the air. So now we just saved ourselves a couple of hours of bringing the PA down to check the one device that's bad. Another added feature of the speaker beeper is if you're in a remote location where you can't audibly hear your speakers, there's an internal speaker that confirms connection of each component in that speaker. Once you're at the gig and the PA is flown, before you even got power or amp rack set up, you can test speaker coverage with the 1K auto sequence tone of the speaker beeper. The speaker beeper, the only device that you need to check speaker components, cables, and coverage of your loudspeakers. For more information, check out thespeakerbeeper.com.